We could not bring 16,108 girls. This is all we got for this year. But next year, if you girls wants to join him, you are most welcome. Alright, one more time, round of applause for this youngest kid. So, up next, there is a wonderful drama. This drama, it's okay. This drama is about the spiritual philosophy, but it's made in a very funny way. But the actors are getting ready. Before that, I wanted to introduce a special person. He's gonna talk about Ratha Yatra as well as our community. Our first speaker, his name is Jagadguru Prabhu. He is the pillar of our community. For over 30 years, he guided us. He guided thousands in retreat in Krishna consciousness. He is the president of our most beloved Devasadan Mandir. Without him, none of this would be possible. So, without any further ado, I wanted to bring him Before I bring him, all of you have to say one.
Prabhu!
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Not enough, not enough, not enough. Because he is the president of Devasanda Mandir. So, let's do one more time, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Haribol! Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare. Today, on this most auspicious day of Festival of Chariot in Troy, in this beautiful community, Somerset, I would like to congratulate and thank you for being so fortunate to participate in something even all devatas like sun god, moon god, Indra, they eagerly wait to participate in this kind of festival. Only by unconditional mercy of Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Now we have this Ratha Yatra festival all around the world in every major city, and now since 4 years also in Troy. Even though we call miniature cart, big enough for children to pull. Just like Srila Prabhupada in his childhood asked his father Shriman Gaur Mohan De to have a similar Rath Yatra festival. It started with a very small event like today, but now because of his intense desire and the mercy of Lord Jagannath, all around the world, it is celebrated as one of the biggest festivals, which is in more than 108 countries or major cities. As you saw, those who witnessed, they didn't even pull the card. Those who pulled the card, those who enjoyed popcorn and popsicle which were offered to the deities, especially all the wonderful, beautiful children, those who played this wonderful song and dance for the pleasure of Lord Jagannath, they all will get unlimited mercy. To understand this, when Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he comes out of the temple, there has to be some special reason. Otherwise, normally we all go to the temple to have darshan, to pray. But today is the day when deities are coming out of the temple because he is our eternal Father. In Bhagavad Gita it says, Aham Bija Pratapita. I am the seed-giving father of every living entity. We have right now our material father, birth, who gave us birth, mother and father, but they are only for this lifetime. For every lifetime, Krishna says, I am the original source of all the parents. And at the same time, Lord Jagannath is a Lord of universe. Lord Balram is Balahi Yasya Rama iti Balram. He gives us the spiritual strength
And Subhadra, Bhadra means most auspicious. Subhadra means extremely most auspicious. She brings auspiciousness in our life by presenting two brothers, Krishna and Balram. The main special feature of this Rath Yatra is seeing this beautiful form who are in a special feature. They have a big smile on the face, big eyes, their body is withdrawn, the limbs are withdrawn in the body. So everybody would wonder why it is happening. The main reason is when Krishna is most happy in his all pastime. Krishna performed different pastime for 125 years on this earth planet. During the whole journey, when he was the most happy, this was his form. So today you all are able to see the form of Krishna, pray the Lord Jagannath, worship by pulling the cart, and even listening this narration of his pastime, you will get immediately Lord Jagannath's sidelong glance or the mercy, utmost mercy of Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Astakam is one of the most popular songs in our scriptures. I would like to read just few lines from that. Who is the ocean of mercy, whose bodily complexion is as beautiful as raw of blackish rain cloud, who sports with Lakshmi Devi and Saraswati, whose face is like a spotless, fully blossomed lotus, who is worshipped by the foremost demigods, and whose transcendental glories have been sung in the topmost scriptures. May that Lord Sri Jagannath Dev be the object of my vision. When Jagannath Rath Yatra cart is moving along the road, at every step, assemblies of Brahmanas sing his praise. Upon hearing them, Jagannath being an ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the world, becomes favorably disposed towards them. May that Sri Jagannath Dev be the object of my vision. So in this way, these are the prayers to please Lord Jagannath. So one time in New York Rath Yatra, the one of the biggest Rath Yatra in the world on 2nd Avenue or 5th Avenue, is one reporter asked Sri Prabhupada, the founder Acharya, all these your disciples, they look so happy, just like today we saw all the children. They were so much enjoying pulling the cart. They were pulling so hard that we had a person to put a brake even, so that cart won't run too fast and overrun anybody. So the reporter asked, what would these disciples, your disciples, you achieve by arranging this kind of festivals here in New York? They have to stop the road, they have to collect money to build the cart, and then naturally after that there is lots of prasadam distribution. So why they are putting so much effort to do this? So Sri Prabhupada in a simple way, he answered, if I try to describe the good fortune and the blessings all these my disciples and followers would receive, I won't be able to describe because they are so much. But then he said, even those who just witness from the standing on the side of the road and appreciate wow, such a beautiful cart, such a beautiful deities, such a beautiful devotees, they will get the topmost benediction or blessings of Lord Krishna in the form of Lord of Universe, Lord Jagannath. So all of you today, I can see you have participated in some way or other. So I have in my heart full faith Lord Jagannath would bring you one more time. So how many of you have come second time or third time here for the festival? Raise your hand. And how many of you have come for the first time? Please raise your hand. So now, by the mercy of Lord Jagannath, there is a promise, and you will be surprised that you will definitely, he would bring you some other one more time. And I really thank you for coming, taking advantage of this festival. Let us glorify Krishna by the supreme mantra, Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna.
Please raise your hand. Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna!
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare!
Hare
Hare Rama!
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama!
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama!
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare!
Hare Hare.
So I would like to specially thank Nitya Krishna Prabhu, Nitya Kishori Mataji who are conducting Bhakti Vriksha here and trying very hard so that all of you can be connected with Krishna one day. And I have again in my heart guarantee because Krishna's name, Krishna's form is so attractive that one day somehow you will be participating in this Bhakti Vriksha. If you want more information, we have Raghav Priya Prabhu and few devotees. They are also major workers. They have participated so that you all can have a wonderful festival. And please do not leave without enjoying Krishna Prasadam. We have also special guests today. We have Nitya Krishna Prabhu and Saroj Devidas is the parents of Nitya Krishna Prabhu from Vrindavan. So let us welcome them 3 times saying, Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Lord Jagannath Baldev Subramai ki! Shri Shri Radha Kunj Bihari ki! Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki! Shri Shri Jinaji Bhagwan ki! Dev Sadan Mandir ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! I would like to extend the invitation to all of you to ISKCON Detroit in Detroit on Red Oak Street. Come and enjoy, feel at home. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Jagadguru Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
How are you all feeling today? Awesome. I can't hear you.
Great.
Everyone tell me 3 times Hari Bol. Very loudly. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. How do you feel now?
Great.
All right. So, how many of you have heard of Devasadan Mandir? How many of you have heard of Devasadan Mandir? Devasadan Mandir means a celestial palace. And do you know where it is? Does anyone know where it is? Where is it? In Troy, Michigan? I don't see it over here. Devasadan Mandir, also ISKCON Detroit, is about 25 miles from here, very close to the Detroit River, what was previously called as a fisher mansion. And it's a beautiful building. The first time when I entered Devasadan Mandir, my heart was captured. And I can assure you the same. So I would recommend everybody to visit the summer feast at Devasadan Mandir, which is at 383 Lennox Avenue, very close to Jefferson, downtown Detroit. It's a very nice place. It's a safe place too. You don't have nothing to worry about. So please do come take a visit to Devasadan Mandir. And do you know why Devasadan Mandir is so special? The kids. Do you know why Devasadan Mandir could be special? You guess? It's Srila Prabhupada's palace. Something more special? Anyone in the audience? Any guess? You have a guess? Yes, that's the place where Krishna stays. Who wants to meet Krishna? Personally, is anyone interested in meeting Krishna? Yes, and if you want to meet him, you can find him at the Devasanan Mandir. He's there everywhere, but he's specifically also there at the Devasanan Mandir. So, does anybody know what Krishna wrote? Or the song of Krishna, what's it called? The song of Krishna? Any guesses? Yeah, I hear someone saying, yes, it is the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, also referred to as the song of God or Krishna, is a very nice book, and it is a very, the one that Srila Prabhupada has given to us, Bhagavad Gita as it is a very simple book to understand, and it's more joyful in a setting where you have like-minded people coming together, and that's what we refer to as Bhakti Vrikshas. And it's happening in communities right around you. Right here in Somerset, there are Bhakti Vrikshas happening, and it's facilitated by his grace Nitya Krishna over there. So if you are interested in knowing, just like how if you want to know everything about a microwave oven, the best place to look at is the manual. And if you want to know the manual for life, it is the Bhagavad Gita, and if you'd like to enjoy it and understand a lot more about the Bhagavad Gita, you can learn from people who have studied it, who have really understood the essence of it, and who are right. I'm pretty sure you all have very busy schedules. So even during those busy schedules, if you can make a little amount of time. Nitya Krishna Prabhu has a bachelor of a BBA and an MBA. He's a CEO at 200, where he manages 200 people. At the same time, he still has time to conduct 3 Bhakti Vrikshas. And I'm pretty sure all of you will have that little time and that little interest and the little attitude for inquiry to knowing more about this manual of life, the Bhagavad Gita from Nitya Krishna Prabhu. So I think I've taken enough of your time today. Thank you so much for your attention. I'd like you to introduce you to His Grace Nitya Krishna Prabhu. Let's invite him with a big Hari Bol. Hari Bol!
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So thank you again. Welcome to the 4th annual Ratha Yatra. So as you have heard, we are conducting many sessions here in Somerset Apartments on Thursday evenings, Sunday mornings. And what are we talking about? Well, we say that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power because knowledge allows us to do something, to acquire something. Suppose I have knowledge that there is a crime about to happen. That gives me power and the ability to potentially stop it, to inform the authorities, to warn the potential target, to do something about it. That is very powerful. Suppose I have knowledge, or I tell you knowledge, that there is a pot of gold buried in this forest behind me. Is that knowledge powerful? Does it have some value? Yes. Because it can bring us to a pot of gold, which may fulfill our desires. So we know knowledge is very valuable. But there is no shortage of knowledge. But in the Bhagavad Gita, we find the Raja Vidya, the king of all knowledge. The Bhagavad Gita is a book of knowledge. It contains incredible information and knowledge. And again, knowledge is valuable if it gives us something of value. And what is it that we're all looking for? What is the most valuable, the most precious, the most important thing that everyone wants? Chocolate? Money? What is it? Happiness. Who doesn't want happiness? Anybody does not want happiness? Anybody woke up today to say, I want to be unhappy? Well, the Bhagavad Gita, it has the perfect instructions on how to live a perfect life so that one can find perfect happiness. The foundational verse of the Bhagavad Gita is Tihino Shmin Itadehe Kalmonam Yadanam Sada Tatadehantara Prapir Girastatra Namuyati. This verse Krishna says is that we must understand we are spirit soul, and we are moving in this body from young child to adult to old age. And to find this happiness that you want, we must understand we are spirit soul. And at the very end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives us the assurance that how to become fully joyful, how to become prasannatma, one must understand the self. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shotati na kankshati. He says that if you realize that you are spirit soul, it will bring about complete joy and happiness. Who is looking for complete joy and happiness? Everyone. And this is what it gives. And he says that if you find it, you'll no longer lament for anything, nor will you hanker for anything. And you will love everybody. So these instructions are all contained within the Bhagavad Gita. But knowledge only has value if we apply it. If I tell you there's a pot of gold buried in a forest, but you sit here and do nothing about it, how much value does that knowledge have? None. It has value if we get up and we go follow that instruction to find that pot of gold. So similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is a treasure trove of knowledge. And its real value comes in its application, when we begin to apply it in our daily life. And that is what we talk about on Thursday evenings and Sunday morning. Not theory or concepts, but how we can daily, in our daily life, bring these principles of the Bhagavad Gita into our life to bring about peace and happiness. If you ever wondered why Krishna, why he chose to speak the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna is a young man. He has a job. He has a family. Why he chose to speak this book of knowledge to him, and why he chose to speak it on a battlefield. He chose for this reason, that all of us sitting here wonder, is it time for me to take the Bhagavad Gita into my life? Maybe I should take it when I'm older, when I'm retired, when I've settled my family life. But actually Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to a young man who was extraordinarily busy, who had so many duties and responsibilities, to show that the principles of the Bhagavad Gita are best applied in as early age as possible. And that while we are trying to manage our family life, while we are trying to manage our work life, while we are trying to manage our society life and our spiritual life, the Bhagavad Gita can bring complete and profound happiness to all aspects of our life. Just like we're sitting under a tree. If you water the root of the tree, all the different branches are nourished. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us that when we bring spirituality into our life, all of our relationships, all of our experiences become nourished. We'll become a better husband, a better wife, a better father, a better friend, a better employee. And so these are the things that we discuss on Thursday evenings and Sunday mornings. We have a few guests with clipboards walking around. If you'd like more information, you can put your email on there. And so I'll just conclude with one quick story. Malika Mataji is here standing up with her clipboard. So I just want to leave you with one story to leave you for some food for thought. You know, we are all chasing happiness, but the fact is we don't know where to chase it. And once there was a great king, and he was acquiring great lands, and he was in search of happiness. And so a sadhu came to his palace, and he came into his assembly, and the king received him very nicely. And the sadhu said to the king, "My dear king, happiness is a butterfly." This king was perplexed. What does that mean? And the sadhu left. Many days later, the king was in his royal garden, lounging on a chair, and he saw a butterfly in the distance. And he began to chase after this butterfly. He was chasing and jumping here and jumping there, into a bush, climbed a tree, but he could not grab it. After 30 minutes of trying to find this butterfly, he retired to his chair again, exhausted, and he fell asleep. After a few moments in his slumber, he awoken to a tickling sensation on his hand, and he opened his eyes, and what did he see? The butterfly. And then he understood what that sadhu had told him. We are chasing after this butterfly of happiness, but actually it comes to those who take to the spiritual process. By applying the principles of the Bhagavad Gita, actually happiness will come to us. It is not about slaving harder in the office and working harder. It is about working smarter. And so with this, we invite you all to come again Thursday evenings, Sunday mornings, and begin to explore how we can practically apply the spirituality into our life. And I can assure you, it will bring about this peace and happiness that we are all searching for. And not only in our spiritual life, but even in our family life, in our work life, in our society and community. It is an all-in-one process. So thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you very near in future in one of our sessions. And now I'll hand it over, and we have a very wonderful drama performed by our wonderful devotees here. Hare Krishna.
And now we have the drama, My Mind and I.